Order my cookbook at Ange'luscious.com for more authentic Caribbean-inspired recipes. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes. I posted a sneak peek of this video on my Facebook page, and everyone wants to know how to make this fantabulous Jamaican dish. It's stew peas, and I tweaked it a little bit. You know, we usually use pigtails, but I tweaked it a little bit. I added cow foot into this. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Get your pencil and your paper or your notepad and your pens, whatever it is. If you want to just watch and you're a visual person and you can actually absorb all the information, then that's wonderful. So we're going to go ahead right now, and I'm going to take you step by step through this recipe, show you how to make all this glamete, yes, stew peas with cold foot. I have about 5 pounds of fresh pigtails, which I specifically chose because I no longer consume the pigtails that's actually sitting in the bucket of pink liquid. That liquid contains sodium nitrates and nitrites, which is carcinogenic, meaning it's cancerous. And I try to avoid those foods as much as possible. So fresh pigtails it is for me. I'm boiling the cow foot separately only because I do want this gelatinous, collagen-laden liquid to make some cow foot jello later on. You can combine both the pigtails and the cow foots and boil them off. Remember to skim any impurities that you may see floating to the top. You want to skim that off. I soaked a pound of red kidney beans, light red kidney beans, overnight just to speed up the cooking process. You can use the dark red kidney beans if you want to. That will have a much deeper hue. So it's up to you. Either way, it's going to turn out fantabulous. As you can see, I've chopped up my pigtails into little bite-sized, not really bite-sized chunks, but into little chunks. I've also gone ahead and removed the fatty pieces from the pigtails because I do not like fatty pigtails. I've added this into the pot along with the cow foot. It looks like it's going to overflow, but everything is going to fit. Trust me on that. If you've purchased your pigtails, the salty ones from the bucket or just salted pigtails, you want to boil it about 2 or 3 times. And when I say 2 or 3 times, you want to put some water in the pot, bring it to a boil, throw the water off, add fresh water, bring it to a boil, and throw it off. You want to do that 3 times just to get most of that salty flavor out. You do want it to be palatable. So now what I'm just going to do is give the pot a quick stir because I want to combine the pigtails along with the cow foot. I want to get everything down into the pot before I go ahead and add the peas. These are the light red kidney beans that I had soaking. I discarded the water and I've added the beans to the pot. I'm going to go ahead and combine the beans as well. You can get a bigger pot if it makes it easier for you. My pot looks as if it's going to overflow, but it won't. I know what I'm doing here. But yes, if you're a first timer or a beginner, you do want to go ahead, get you a larger pot. Distribute your beans evenly into the pots and bring the water to a boil. What I strongly recommend is that you keep a pot of boiling water close by on the stove to add your water as it evaporates. If you use cold water, it's going to take a while before it reaches that temperature where it begins to boil again, and it will slow the process down. So keep adding hot water as your liquid evaporates. I rely heavily on herbs and spices to flavor my foods. I've got Thai chili peppers, onions, savory, thyme, bay leaf, pimento seeds, and garlic. You can always substitute the Thai chili peppers for Scotch bonnet peppers. If you don't have savory in your neck of the woods, it's okay to use thyme or sage or herbs similar to those to add that authentic flavor to your pot. Now that's pretty much it. You just want to make sure that your meat is nice and tender and your gravy is super thick. Look at that fantastic gravy here. Oh my God. Now, if this isn't thick enough for you, or if you wish to have a thicker gravy, You can always add a little flour with water to make a little slurry and add it to it to thicken the gravy. You can add cornstarch or arrowroot starch. Those are just some other substitutes. Now, if you love this video and you're watching me from YouTube, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Be blessed.